Hello family, hello guys, this is your brother Dobia Anzanzi. Today we want to go and listen to a speech made by the president of Ghana when he was invited. You know, currently African leaders are in America for the US Africa Summit, and then the president of Ghana was invited to the diaspora community in America, and he spoke really well. He spoke to the minds of most Pan-Africans like myself, because we as Pan-Africans believe that we as African people or black people all over the world, we're not being respected because Africa is not respected. And then for us to be respected, then Africa must be respected. And I think the president of Ghana was just repeating what great leaders like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey have said in the past before. Malcolm X said it that freedom is not given. Yeah, freedom is not given. Freedom is taken. And if a man gives you freedom, that man has the right to take the freedom back. But if you take the freedom from a man, then there's no way the man can take your freedom back. The great Marcus Garvey himself also said it, that the condition of African people can only be changed, or the condition of black people all over the world can be changed if the condition of Africa is changed, because we not be marginalized because we are black people. It got nothing, our disrespect, or the world disrespecting African people or black people, is not because we are black, but it's because of the condition of Africa. And if the condition of Africa is changed, yeah, if Africa is respected, then black people all over the world will be respected. But so the president of Ghana, I think, was just repeating what great men like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X have said before. Yeah, but for us to go and listen to, so I want us to go and listen and analyze what the president of Ghana has said. But before we do that, please like our Facebook page. We have just recently created a Facebook page, One African Mission, because we are on a mission. We are on a mission to change, to see a united Africa, because I, Dobia, believe that Africa can only compete in the geopolitics of this world if Africa is united. That is my belief. So we have created a Facebook page, which is One African Mission. We're very soon going to be embarking a mission as missionaries to see, to put pressure, or to put pressure on our leaders as Africa, as the youth of Africa, to see them fast track the United States of Africa, the United Kingdoms of Africa, if you may want to call it. So please go like our Facebook page, One African Mission, and then also our YouTube channel, One African Mission, or One Africa Today. And then please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page. Let us together share it. Let us together contribute our quota to see the dignity of black people, or our African people all over the world. And as I said, Africa can only be strong if we are united. And we, the youth of Africa, must do everything we can to see a united Africa. If Africa is united, Africa will become strong. And if Africa will become strong, Africa will be respected. And if Africa is respected, then African people, no matter where you found yourself in any part of the world, you will be respected. Just like the Chinese people. Chinese 50, 60 years ago, just as the president of Ghana said, Chinese 50, 60 years ago were not respected. They didn't wait, or they didn't kneel down. They didn't beg for the world to respect them. They go out there and make sure that China has become strong. And as today, you cannot, anywhere in the world you meet a Chinese person, you cannot put your finger on the eyes of the Chinese. Why? Because today China is respected. Okay, so the citizens of China automatically will be respected by anybody. White people are respected all over the world, wherever they found themselves, because Europe is respected. So Africa, or black people or African people will be respected, yeah, if Africa is respected. And Africa can only be respected if we are united and become powerful. So let us go and listen to what the moving speech that the Ghana president, I give it to you, Mr. President, for this. You've really speak the minds of we. You've really speak the minds of we, the Pan-Africans. And this is what we are expecting from our leaders. We want to see our leaders speaking to the core value of Africa, what we should do or what Africans should do to see Africa is respected. I thank you very much. Let's go and listen to the Ghana president.
Stage, the president of Ghana, President Akufo-Addo.
Madam Vice President, ladies and gentlemen, I thank the African and Diaspora Young Leaders Forum for making me part of this conversation and for the opportunity to deliver these remarks at the closing plenary in the presence of the U.S. Vice President, the Honorable Kamala Harris, and in this spectacular building, so admired by all Ghanaians, and indeed by all Africans, as it was designed by one of the foremost architects of his generation, the globally acclaimed Ghanaian architect, David Adjaye. The forum has chosen the most relevant theme of Africa's contemporary situation, a theme which sums up the essence of African aspirations, amplifying voices, building partnerships that work. I've stated it before, that it sometimes appears the words Africa and Africans have more resonance outside the continent than inside. When we are home on our continent, it always seems very important to assert that we are Ghanaians, Ivorians, Kenyans, Nigerians, Swazis, Senegalese, Rwandans, South Africans, and Zambians. Then we find ourselves outside the continent, and then we discovered that to the outside world, there are no Ghanaians, there are no Senegalese, and there are no Tanzanians. There are only Africans, and we are all simply Africans. The lesson for me is clear. Our destinies are intricately linked with each other, and we're talking not only about those of us on the continent, but about the Africans in the diaspora as well. You can be an honors graduate from any of the top universities of this country. You can be a second or third generation American, and you can be in a well-paid job. If there's an outbreak of Ebola someplace on the African continent, you are an African. Anyone, everybody in a position of leadership in Africa today, thus has his or her work cut out. The urgent responsibility we face is to make our countries and our continent attractive for our peoples, to see them as places of opportunities.